Hi, welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, Friday, December the 8th, 2023. My name is Giovanni Benacourt, analyst, trader, and operator with Vantage Markets. So we are awaiting for that non-farm payroll, the jobs report coming out in about an hour or so from now. Markets are just idling, waiting for that report. We are looking at the NASDAQ to be trying to hold on to those gains as we saw yesterday. If we were to open right now, it would obviously be opening to the downside. 16,000 is going to be that psychological support number, support value within it. The 10-day moving average is acting as a support itself. Is sitting at 15,965. I have mine at 15,730. Then my resistance at 16,205. We got that high right at the end of the month last month. So will we see the estimate for the payroll non-farm payrolls is about 190,000 new jobs coming in. That's very somewhat cooler than expected. But if we happen to receive something higher than that, then the more jobs were created. That's not going to be, it's good, but it's not good. The market might take that as not good, since then the Fed will think, okay, well, we need the labor market to cool off, and it's not cooling off. So they may maintain rates, or they even may hike rates. So that could be seen as a negative, and therefore perhaps we'll see a lower fluctuation to the downside on the indices. And now if we happen to receive around the number, then we probably continue just chipping off somewhat higher levels, but not that much of a stronger movement. But if we happen to see something that reads about 150K new jobs, something like that, or even lower, then we could probably see a nice rally to the upside, reaching our resistance level and perhaps even more. So that for the NASDAQ. The same token goes for the S&P, that is just barely flattish right now. And also for the Dow, that is also just idling, trading within yesterday's range. So keep that in mind. Crude oil, it is actually recuperating itself, finally coming back above $70. I did mention early in the week that we saw crude oil breaking 70. We could contemplate seeing 65. Well, 68 was the lowest. 68,788 was the lowest that we traded yesterday, and from here we are recuperating. So we're gonna pull back, rebounding from that low. So let's see if that will be sustained as we go into the weekend. Nat Gas is also recuperating after yesterday having a nice low fluctuation to the downside, continuing this movement to the downside as well. And then we have gold. So gold is also just idling, just basically 2000, looking at 2000 as that psychological support level. But internally, my looking or my analysis for this could be that number, if it comes out the way that you spoke about, harder than expected, 190, that could be a negative for the markets. Then you could probably see a fluctuation in gold. Now, which way would I reckon it could be? I could be wrong, but if that was the case, then we could probably see a spike to the upside. Okay, going back up to at least 2050 and more. But if we happen to see that the number is even lower, cooler than expected, then we could probably see a some sort of a fluctuation, a cool off, and perhaps visiting that 2000 support level. Also for silver, so we could probably see a rally to the upside or a continuation of the sell-off down towards 23 and even 23. In reality, my support is at 23.393. And then copper is the one actually is looking to sustain itself with a better rally movements from yesterday's push. So it's trading above our 10-day moving average. So let's see if we can actually revisit that high from November 29th. So let's see if that will happen today. Then we have Bitcoin looking itself to sustain its ground above 43,000. Let's see if it'll reached 45 today. Then we have the currencies that are looking to stay steadily north of 107.5 for the euro, and around 120, up north of 125.5 for the pound. Let's see if at the number, when the numbers come out, will that give a boost to the dollar index? If the dollar index just happens to climb up north, and then we'll definitely see push down on the metals, gold, silver, perhaps even copper, and the currencies. But if the dollar index just fluctuates to the downside and comes down to 103, then we'll see a nice rally up north of 2050 for gold, up around 25 for silver, and obviously the currencies 108 and change, 108.5, 109 for the euro, and then we're looking at 125.5, 126 for the pound. That's it for me today. I wish you a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.